old man here with me now. He's the drop king. I got him putting in drops. I got 13 or 14 laterals up first thing this morning. So I don't think we've done a video to show you what the drop lines are and how they go in. So we're gonna follow him around a little bit. I brought him back to Dr. Pepper and he spilt it all over himself. So if you see his shirt a little wet, you'll know why.
1 or 2.
What's that?
1 or 2.
Whatever you want. So here's a drop line king right here.
Yeah.
We can watch him work for a change instead of watching me. So what he's doing, he's cutting the line. He reams it out a little bit. And then he puts a drop line in. So he's cutting it with a cutter. And then he reams it out with the reamer. Helps the fitting go in so much easier.
He's got to be upside right, so when you tap the treater perfectly up and down.
Hold that right up there for a second. Yep, we'll be tapping high again this year. Good thing we're tall. This goes back in here in the off season. So when we get ready to tap this, we'll pull this off and we'll put a spout on the end of this, and the spout is what goes in a tree. So you want to keep these as close as you can to the tree. Hey, what's that? What's all over your shirt anyways? Why you wet?
Because you shook up my soda before you gave it to me.
These are what they call a plug T-end right here. If you can see, the one side is plugged off. We use this at the end tree so the sap can't pull back around the tree in the opposite direction. It's got to come down the drop and out only one certain way. So you have to make sure you're paying attention when you're putting these in, because if you were to put one of these in, say mid-run, you wouldn't get any sap from there back. So I'm putting all my faith in that 74-year-old old man over there.
73.
What was that?
I'm only 73. You keep saying 74.
Yeah, I don't know why I do that.
I'm just working so hard. I can do about 60 an hour. Well, depends how the train is.
So he can do 60 an hour at 73 years old, so there's no excuse for some young buck that wants to get into this. You should be able to at least do that. I work him like he needs to be worked in here, don't I? You got yourself a real mess right there.
No, I don't.
How many of them you dropped through the woods?
None.
Tell them what you're doing here. This is the entry. What you got to do here?
Tighten it up. So if you ever go tighten them up, you want to put them as close as you can to this thing. In case we tighten them up more, then that thing will slide. Otherwise, if it's on the other side, we can't slide it. See the end one? Some of them are made right. These are made wrong.
Well, I talked to Neil about that, and he says it doesn't matter. They go either way. Some of his are the opposite way, and some aren't. But it's a lot harder to bend it back around and put it in when it's like that than it is the other way. But
onward.
Where are we going next?
There, Bryce.
You really can't see the elevation in here, but we're on a pretty steep ridge right now. That'll be good. The sap will fly off the mountain. So I ordered bigger drops this year, or longer drops. That way, the longer the drop, the better it is to get around the tree. Each year you cut the spout off and throw it away and put a new one on. So each year the drop gets a little bit shorter and shorter. So the longer the drop to begin with, the farther you can reach around a tree through the years. They say you should replace your drops every 3 or 4 years. So after 3 or 4 years, you're going to be putting new ones in anyway. So this comes right down in and plugs right back into there for the off season. And then that way, no bugs, you know, it's a sealed system. Then when we come back in, when it's time to tap, we just pull that out, put the spout on, I drill the hole and put it in. I had to go run some errands quick. Dad's done. I actually had to go pick up my car because I had to have some work done to that, because I haven't had time to do it myself. Dad's gone, I'm back. It's 2:30. I'm gonna start the afternoon shift. I'm gonna work a couple more hours. We're up here on top of this next sub. We're gonna start putting the lateral lines in on this. It's pretty open up here, then it starts getting nasty, thick down there with briars. So I had to go home too, because I had to get the rest of my end rings, which I forgot. I had 200 of them in a bag. So I got them now, so let's get back after it. That's the ultimate worst right there. When this thing snarls up on you, you got to come back and fix it. So instead of doing one trip, you got to do 3. Another one down.